What's up, everybody? Today's video, I'm going to take the my girls from this box and put them into a 10 frame box like the one that's over here. It's from my first split that I ever tried to do, and it ended up taking 2 frames of brood because there was not a queen in the box. I don't know if they killed her or what the deal was, but I finally got that one off the ground, and now they've gotten too big for their accommodations. So in this video, you're going to see some jack leg engineering for a bottom and a top for a 5 frame box. But it's some materials I had laying around. It was some plywood and some like 1x6s or something like that. I ended up cutting the plywood to what I needed for like a migratory cover. Put some ends on it so it holds it in place, and then the bottom's another sheet of plywood and some odds and end pieces of boards that I had laid around. And I went through and slabbed lots of paint on it to cover up the defects in the wood, and we're going to see how it works. So hang on, and I'm going to get everything switched out. So as you can see, I'm using cinder blocks over here, as you can partially see. But I'm putting cinder blocks down. I don't have any hive stands right now. I'm not in the mood to build any. I've got a ton of cinder blocks from a wall I took down in our front yard. So I'm just using those for temporary. So you hose it up off the ground, it works. You don't need any special. The bees don't care. They don't. They really don't. So I'm going to move this nuke off of here, and I'm going to set the new box down. So this is the new bottom. It's just a sheet of plywood, and I think this was originally some 1x6s or something like that, and I went through and cut them where they would work. As you can tell, I didn't even paint the bottom of it, but it's just a standard piece of plywood, like subflooring or something like that is what it is. Wow, that's tricky, but that'll work. So now the box that's going on there is just a standard 10 frame. I actually bought these and put these together. I've got some foundation frames in there. I like the real foundation, so that's what those are. And then the top is another piece of that same plywood, and I put the same 1x6 on there. I just ripped it down, and as you can tell, my design was not very well, so I went through and ripped that all up. But hey, it seals on the box tight now, so that's my cheap beekeeping equipment. So now I'm gonna move the girls out of the nuke that's over here and put them in here, and I'll kind of show you the frames and let you see what they look like. But first, I've got to fire up the smoker. Welcome to your new home. All right, so that frame has just got a little bit of nectar in it. I hadn't even started building on that side. You see we got some pollen over here, some nectar on the top. She's starting to lay good. What little bit she's laying, I thought they had more stuff in there, but you can see larvae around the outside edges and stuff. She's got some that's hatched out in here. Trying to look and see if she's got eggs. I see some small larvae and stuff. Let's see if we can spot her in here too. Here's the back side. There she is. See if you see her before I point her out. We find a queen game. She's right there. Let's see if I can find her in the camera. See her? She's right there. So she didn't have this box completely filled up, but I wanted to go ahead and move them over so they would be able to start building out the rest of these frames. So when she does hit the point of needing more space, then they'll actually have it for us. See, that's all honey. Honey and nectar. What I'm going to do is put a frame in between that because they've got that honey built out so much that it's actually touching. So I'm going to checkerboard that. And then the last frame in here. It's got a little bit of honey in it. This is where it was sticking to the other side. So that goes in there. What I may do, let's pop this on this side. There. Here we go. We've got a few more residual bees in here. And a lot of dust looking stuff. I really don't want to hide. So what I'm going to do, there we go. All right, so my girls have a new home. So, hope you found this informative. Just, you know, how we go through and move stuff over, or how I go through and move stuff over. And there's 1,000 ways to do it, so. But, the girls have a new home, and hopefully they'll start building this one out and make lots of honey, so we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks. One more thing on this upgrade I done on the hive for these girls. I'm going to put something in front of it as a hive reducer, since they've got a whole lot more real estate to protect right now, and they've got honey in there, and there's other hives in the area. So as you can see, there's a swarm that's over there too. So I'm going to go through and put a hive reducer on here, aka a stick. Just something to kind of block the front of it so they don't have as much to try and defend. So that kind of gives them a little bit of assurance. The numbers in this hive are fairly good, but I've got 2 swarms on both sides of it that are a lot bigger than they are. So I'm trying to make sure they don't have too much to try to defend. So I'm going to put a stick or 2 in front of it, just kind of knock the size of the entrance down, and that gives them a little bit of a insurance that, you know, they can take care of what they've got, kind of defended in case there's a where they start getting robbed. So, but I figured I'd throw that in there real quick. I was just thinking about after I cut the camera off that I needed to put something in front of it so they could kind of reduce their size of their entrance, because they're used to working on a hole about that big around. Made you look. But that's it.